1 degree outside Weather Network, February monthly forecast. Meteorologist Matt Noyes, thank you to everybody who's jumping on board as members saying, I want to support these videos. If you like the fact that you get these and you get them for free and you want to be a member, by all means, please and thank you. Membership.onedegreeoutside.com. We have no corporate money. We have no investors. It's just our sponsors, our partners, and you. So if you check that out, that'd be great. Okay, let's start out with a height to 500 millibars. How high up you have to go in the atmosphere before your barometer hits 500 millibars? What does that matter? Well, the higher up you have to go, the warmer the air is on average through the column of atmosphere. We color that with the warmer colors. Colder colors would be colder average atmosphere, right? We are still bringing down disturbances out of Canada, and we are kind of re-carving out a trough or a dip in the jet stream, a dip of colder average temperatures in the Northeast, time and again over the first half of the month. Every time we do that and we bring more northern energy in, you open the window to a storm chance. So if I were to sum up February, I would say the theme is a few but meaningful storm opportunities, particularly with regard to snowstorms. So it's not one of these things where I'm going to say you're going to send a disturbance and every time you're going to have to watch it. But in this particular instance, you're going to watch those windows. Window 1 does come somewhere around February 6th. We'll be covering this in our Insights video. Certainly, we'll see what comes of it, because the thing of it is this is a pretty fast jet stream dropping in. It may lead to storm development just east of New England. Either way, should be some amount of accumulating snow out of that. Then you get another window, which is not the same type of meaningful storm window, but as we get toward, let's say, February 10th, 11th, you're going to start to bring warmer average air into New England. We could get what you call overrunning snow, where the warmth runs into the cold and creates a shield of snow on the way in. That usually doesn't turn into a big event. Yeah, sometimes you can get something out of that. But notice as we get toward mid-month, 13th, 14th, we grab another energetic disturbance and bring it through. What this does is open another meaningful storm window right around that time, and it ensures that yet again you'll get a shot of cold that comes in. We do think that for a time, as we get just beyond mid-month, you start to see a little bit of a relaxation of the cold. Now, one may look at this and say, does that mean that's the end of winter? Sometimes that happens in February in New England, right? In this particular case, we don't think so. And the reason I say that is because regardless of whether the polar vortex is well established on our side of the pole, like you see here as we get out toward the 18th or 19th, or what might be a little bit more likely would be to have it establishing a little bit more over by Siberia on the other side of the pole, I think the bigger player here as we get to the second half of the month is a broadening of the ridge that tries to happen by the Aleutians and over the eastern Pacific. If that in fact happens, that does keep the door open to grab either the cold from the pole here or even from Siberia and migrate it down to the south and bring it in toward New England eventually. So what that means is you would still have the propensity for digging out a trough, for bringing in colder average air, and that's why we've got a big swath in the eastern half of the United States of colder than normal temperatures for the month of February. If you get disturbances to come in, you might get a little stripe of warmer air that carries up through the nation's midsection, but again, below normal, likely below the normal high of 39. By the way, these normals come up a little bit from January. So on average, anyway, you are through the depths of winter. Now, in the month of January, what we had predicted was a little strange. We told you in the January monthly forecast that we thought there'd be below normal precipitation with above normal snow. That's exactly what happened. In some spots, significantly below normal precipitation, but at the same time, the total snow was higher than it normally would have been in January. How did that happen? There was cold air. It was fluffy snow that tended to come down, right? So now we look ahead to February and say we once again think there will be below normal precipitation, not only here at home, but through a lot of the eastern part of the country. Why? If there's a trough, would you be doing that? Because of what we talked about. You have these windows of opportunities for storms. Chances are good some of them develop offshore, not close enough to be meaningful for us. And the other part of it is, even when it snows, you may be into that colder air for, yet again, kind of a fluffier than normal snow on some of them anyway. So as a result, we forecast what would be probably below the normal average precipitation of 3.21 inches, but I bet we would come above on snowfall again. We'll see. You have fewer opportunities in February, I think, looking ahead than what we saw when we looked ahead to January, but they're still meaningful. So to come near or above normal snow wouldn't be hard if any one of those opportunities come together, which is exactly what we saw happen in January. So that's the way we see things for the upcoming month anyway, but day by day, if you want to take it 14 days at a time, here's another way you can support us, and it's totally free and 5 stars. It's our app. Search the number 1 degree outside weather on the App Store and Google Play. Have a great month of February. Keep checking in for those updates.